Okay guys, so here we have our main battle here. So we have the Carthaginians as the attackers versus the Barbarians. So there is two mountainous terrain here, and we also have it's fought next to a coastline, which the Barbarians as a defending army get to choose whether or not they will have the waterway, of which they will. The reason for that is because they're going to be concerned about getting flanked by cavalry. So they're going to place that in column number 1. We're now going to take a look at what the terrain looks like here, and it's rocky terrain. One goes in column number 4 and one goes in number 6. So no hills, so no opportunity to fight for the hills. In this case, we have a competent general from the Carthaginians with 3 stars versus the mediocre general from the Barbarians with 1, which means that the Barbarians will have to expose a card. What we also have are Tactica cards, so they get 1 for each star rating. So the Barbarians are getting 2, and the Carthaginians are getting 3. So we're going to take a quick look at them, just in case they are relevant right now. So, unreliable eyes. An enemy mercenary contingent refuses to fight. Remove the cards from the battle, but return them to any surviving army. Whoa! You can deploy cavalry skirmishers on their own and good going. We don't have the Barbarians don't have any cavalry skirmishers. You just watch how that's going to play out, guys. Hang on a second. Wait, just you see how that's going to play out. Okay. Target artillery. Your artillery can shoot at any enemy artillery ahead or in adjacent file after deployment, and X destroys them. Okay. So we could go ahead and do that. The Barbarians, they don't have any artillery, so that's not actually going to be relevant or useful. Bad enemy timing. Block an enemy reserve card from joining the battle. Might be useful. If an opposing general plays dedicated bodyguard, then this will cancel out, which they don't have. Not that you would know at this stage, but these 2 cards are not going to be relevant. We know that, so we're going to place them to the side. So we'll see if there's any reserve cards left, but unreliable allies, guys. So we play this at the beginning, and it means that what's going to happen is that any contingent, it doesn't actually say an enemy mercenary contingent refuses to fight. It doesn't actually say which one. And does the flaming logs count as a contingent? I would say they don't. Like the Numidians, they would count as a contingent. The rules really don't help us with this. Okay, let's just put those to the side. So here's our mercenary cards. Flaming logs. I don't think that counts as a contingent. I don't think it counts. So I think that means that we can't fight with these guys. So they're going to be out of the battle, and they're going to join whoever wins the battle. So that's how these Tactica cards can be really crazy tactically, because that's totally just knocked us out. So we're going to place those off to the side. The flaming logs requires a mountain and trees, of which this one doesn't. So they're not even going to get to use that. So that's placed off to the side here as well. So that means that this army is then just reduced to these cards. So that is crazy. So we're going to see exactly how we're going to play this. So I suppose that, gosh, because they're good and good going there anyway, place them there. Spearmen at each side, and then we want them good going, so we're going to place them there. And I think the general's got to join, but it's risky. It's risky. Who's he going to join? Probably the cavalry. Yikes. I think we will. We'll have the general joining the cavalry over here. So he's going to join in there roll. Nah. He's not any more or less likely to win or lose. It's the Barbarians here. Yikes. The S effects are probably not going to come into this. I think we're going to place him here. It's all about the luck of the draw. They stop chariots. So at least it would stop us being enveloped if we have chariots present. So we'll put him there. And that's going to contribute towards the roll. Okay. That card is just unbelievable. So we're going to shove that there just so everyone can remember it. Okay. So this would all be done in hidden. But let's have a look and see how we would do this. There's no one who's got an advantage in the terrain. The Lowland Warriors are just good or bad either way, but well, they could kill a foot soldier in good going. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, they would know that setting up. They might want to go ahead, have them in reserve, have some reserves. So we might want to say, do this. Do this. Do this. The Sudori. Keep them in reserve. Use our chariots on the flank. Put them out there. Would we... Let's keep our flank secure. Ah, no, they're perfect in the middle because their S effect is effective. Keep them in reserve. Have our javelins supporting. We would assume the enemy would come into here if they've got any. Keep them in reserve. And no need to risk the general, really? Or would we? Yeah, so we'll keep them in reserve. Like that. Now we put them with the chariots. Okay. To support with that strike. Okay, so there we go. That's played out. So then what happens is that the artillery would go next, but we don't have any artillery. So then it goes to our bowmen. There are no bowmen. So then it goes to our skirmishers. So the skirmishers are attacking here in rocky terrain. The S effect's not going to mean anything, so they're going to get 1 white dice, and let's see what's going to happen. An S, so S doesn't do anything. So Skirmisher has gone and used that, has not managed to take out the Sukari, so they're really, really strong. After that, then what happens? We have the initial charge that takes place. And we get to take it in turns about how that's going to happen. So the Carthaginians, as the attackers, are going to choose who's going to charge first. So where do we think that we could get the best opportunity? Because we certainly don't want to be flanked. So I think we want to start with these guys here, charging straight forwards. So the Libyan spearmen are going to go, and it's in good going. They're going to start here. And they're going to get the green dice from their general. So this is working out quite well so far. And what we have is an S, which is not going to do anything in this case. And a wound. A wound is going to go onto the Lowland Warrior. So I would have really wished for a much better go than that. But that is just how it goes, isn't it? I think next what we want to do from the Barbarians is what we'll do this attack. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. So the Carthaginians have gone and made their attack, and now the Lone Warriors are going to make theirs, so we're in good going. And if they get an S here, then they're going to kill this unit outright because it's a foot unit. So this could be devastating. And it's a blank, so we don't have to worry. So nothing else happens here. So just to represent that we've gone ahead and already done this column, I'm going to place this down here. So I think the Barbarians are going to go for here with their naked Gestati. They are going to be attacking into terrain. So green and white dice. S effect will kill this unit though. So really hoping for that right here, right now. And we've got a blank and a wound, so that's what's happened here. Now in this case, the Hispanic Scutari, they are attacking with a yellow dice as we go into terrain, and in this case they kill basically everything. So if we get an S, then that is going to make a kill here, and we have really great odds of making this work. And it is an S, so the naked Gestati are killed. Now, the rules don't actually specify like what happens if the javelin men are in the way here. It says that the skirmishers get taken away after the initial charge. So I'm saying that the Gestari have wiped right through them here as the javelin men are trying to escape, and both of these units have actually been killed. So they are off to the side. So, that's gone really well. Great. And that's another column sorted. So the Carthaginians now, I reckon, are going to attack down here. Would that count as a main attack? Yes, because it's not an envelopment. It's not an envelopment. So we're going to make an attack here in good going, which means we get a green and a white dice. And our special effect would does not allow us to destroy flexible, so that's interesting. So we kind of need this to be a really good roll. And we get 2 wounds, which means that this Lone Warrior is absolutely just wiped out. Wow, okay. So the Lone Warriors, though, they're going to get a chance to attack. So in good going, they get a white dice. S effect is not going to make a difference. And they manage to inflict a wound onto this cavalry here. However, they have already been destroyed. So that's that column. And finally, we have the opportunity here for the Barbarians to make this attack. So in good going, it's a white dice. The S effect is going to lead to a kill. And it's an S. So the Liberian Spearmen are being killed in this charge. But let's see if they're able to take these Lone Warriors with them. So 2 white dice in good going. S effect, not going to do anything here. So let's see if they take them out as well. Blanks. So there you go. Those Lone Warriors have actually taken out Carthaginian card there. So after we do that, we then have the rest of the engagement. So things then start to move around. We start to get we then get opportunities for attacks. So we'd want to take the Sodari in at this stage. However, as we said, I can take these out here. As we said, bad enemy timing. Block an enemy reserve card from joining the battle when it is deployed. It remains as an unused reserve. Our line is breached. Where are our reserves? We need them now, not tomorrow. So it's blocking a card from coming out. It remains as an unused reserve. So that's really interesting that plays out like that. Now it's not clear, does that then mean that it just happens once? Or is it that it means they can't join the battle at all? And that card I think is not really very clear. Let's see if it's even going to be relevant going forwards before we decide what we're going to do with it. So here, getting opportunities to move around, and in particular I think what we would do is, starting with the Carthaginians, since they've got the army with the highest general's rating, this is a chance where we can pull him out if we want to. And I think we've got to keep him in if we're going to beat this enemy. And I think what I want to do is I want to actually move him over to there. Barbarians now getting a chance to move. The chariots are seeing that they're going to do nothing here. So perhaps actually moving in this direction so that they can actually get an attack off against them. They are going to... Do they just stay? It means that they're going to get... They'll have to attack into here with a black dice. So they're quite happy with that. So they're just going to move this over here. He would rather be fighting them and going. So he's not moved yet. But these guys are in terrain. So do they act as supporting? Well, he's going to attack here. Do the lone warriors get to move around? Does it make sense for them to do it? It's better that that's... Now that's going to be an attack there. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. So we can be evasive. We don't want them sandwiched here either. Oh man, this is hard. No, we shouldn't have moved in there. That was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea, actually. So now in order to save our chariots, it's only on the S effect that it stops it. This has gone badly. We move him here. They all need to decide whether or not they're going to move. We're happy to attack here. So I think that's the end of it then. Okay. Right. So then we're going to move into the attack phase. Well, this development's kind of happened. Although that's not taking place just yet. So let's start with this column. They're straight up fighting each other. So let's go with the Carthaginians attacking in terrain, which is a white dice. S effect is not going to do anything here. So let's see what happens. It's an S, so it doesn't do anything. And then we have the response from the lone warrior. S effect's not going to do anything because it's not in good going. And it's a wound. Okay, a wound inflicted onto the Barbarian spearmen, so they've already engaged in combat. Here, they are going to attack into the side. And what happens here is they get to attack, but they get to double, to roll again. S effect in good going. It's not in good going though. This was not the best. This was not the best strategy. But we're going to get to do this, and we're going to get to attack twice. And because it's into their flank. Did they get to respond? Yeah, they do. Oh man, this is so bad. So they get to re-roll. S, but it doesn't do anything because we're in terrain. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh, pardon me, but we do have the general. So he gets to roll a die. Is that one. And then he gets to re-roll it. And it was blank. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so bad. That is so bad. We deserve to get hit here. So he's going to get a chance to respond. And because he's attacking into where there's no terrain, then his S effect's not going to make a difference. So he's attacking into here, yellow dice. Wound. Yikes. Okay. So those two columns are now resolved. So now let's go with the Citizen Cavalry. We're attacking good going, so it's green and white. S effect, in this case, will not have any difference. And look, straight up kill on the Lowland Warrior. So Lowland Warrior is going to get taken out, but does he take out the cavalry with him? So in good going, it's a white dice. S effect's not going to make a difference. It's blank. Citizen Cavalry, I've gotten away with it. So at the end of that round there then, what actually happens is the Lowland Warrior has been killed. Everyone else stays, but there's lots of wounds out there. Chances to withdraw our generals if we wanted to. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. As for this bad timing card, block an enemy reserve card. It blocks one from joining the battle when it is deployed. So that's only when it's deployed. It remains an unused. So I think that means that they get to come in now. Okay, so I am going to deploy them. And their S effect allows them to take out pretty much everyone. So I want them actually against their generals there. Their citizens. So the reserve's going to come out to here. Okay. Carthaginians are going to decide whether or not they're going to move around. Of which, kind of happy with this range, kind of. Kind of want to do that. See what he's going to do. I don't want to get enveloped. There's the chance that we can do that envelopment there. And then they attack into the side. In good going. You get 2 strikes. And that's where we didn't actually give him a chance to respond. No, but you'd only attack one enemy at a time. So Duri. So they moved there. Is he just going to straightforward attack them in terrain? We know that he's getting killed. But he's just deployed into there. That's giving us a chance to do this. And that's how it's all going to play out. Okay. So starting over here, what's he going to do here? So the chariots, they're going to get a chance to move. So they can move into here. Oh, interesting. They don't want to fight them good going. So that's how that's going to play out. Okay, so here we go. We're going to play this here. So in terrain, the Iberian Spearmen get a 1 white die. Let's see if that goes. Oh, and 1 green for the general. Let's see how this plays out. And they've killed him, right? They've killed this Lowland Warrior, so he's going. Let's see if he takes anyone with them. So we're in terrain, which means we get a white dice. Else effect has no effect. It's a wound. He's dead. They've both annihilated each other, which means at the same time that the general's dead. The competent general is going to get downgraded. Oh. Alright, okay, well, that's happened. This is a mess. This is punishing, absolutely punishing. Jeez. So that's what's going on. I realised we should have done this battle first. Or this. Oh man, strategically that's been a bad idea. Okay, so what's going to happen is that the chariots are now going to make their attack here. And so we're going into good going, which means it's a white and a green. S effect is going to make a difference in this case, and we also have a white dice from our general, and because we're attacking sideways, we're even going to get to re-roll them. So I think this is the end of our Sukari. That's all we need to take him out. So yes, he's going to be killed. But in this case, let's see if the counter attack is going to do anything. So into terrain, this is where this could go really badly. Into terrain, if we get any wounds, that's the end of this. This chariot is dead. It's blank. There you go. Sorted. Right. Wow. So that was Carthaginian. That was the Barbarian. So we're back to Carthaginian. So he's going to do a support action into here, which means that he's going to get to attack with one dice down. So into good going. So the green becomes white and the white becomes black. S effect is not going to affect him, but he's going to do this, but the Siduri are not going to get an opportunity to respond. 2 blanks. And the Siduri themselves, they're going to do the exact same back. So in good going, red becomes yellow. And S effect is going to beat these cavalry. So let's see what happens. It's a wound. So that cavalry is dead. And that's it, guys. Look. That means that all of the Carthaginian army has been completely wiped out. Look at that. Right, there you go, guys. So the Carthaginians have been totally wiped out. Let me show you how that battle then is going to end up. So the Barbarians have gone, and they've gone and lost them there as well. But let's see who's remaining. So we have the general, the chariots, and the Siduri, and so they've only just managed to win that and survive. Because they've gone ahead and they have lost. It's been a Pyrrhic victory. The Javelinmen, Naked Gastati, and 3 Lowland Warrior units. Because they've won, they're going to actually get to recover 2 of them, which is great. And I think probably Naked Gastati and let's go for a Lowland Warrior unit. So we're going to recover them. They also get to pick up these unreliable allies. So they've just got some javelin men and also some elephants there. That is brilliant. And the general's going to get an opportunity to roll to survive. As for the Carthaginians, they have gone ahead and lost this army entirely. So the hubris of the Carthaginians who made that attack, but what's really done it is the unreliable allies card. I think that's the thing that's tipped the balance there. So unbelievable what's just happened there. Unbelievable. But let's go back to the main battle board, the main campaign board, and see what this is all going to look like now that it's played out.